The Adventure of Hannah and Fynn by Cathy Prather Russell, narrated by Jenny Tian. Hannah and her brother Fynn lived at the Düsseldorf Orphanage for children in Düsseldorf, Germany. The orphanage was cruel to the children who lived there. Babies were tied to their cribs and left alone. Most of the babies no longer cried because they had learned that the nurses at the orphanage would not come to attend to their needs. Infants and children who were unable to feed themselves were left to starve. Children with disabilities did not get medical care and were left to die. Many of the children were abused or victims of organ harvesting and illegal adoption. Miss Gertrude Schmidt, the matron of the orphanage, was a cruel, heartless, evil woman. Hannah and Fynn endured physical and mental cruelty from the day their mother left them at the front door of the orphanage at the tender ages of 2 and 3 years old, respectively. Their father, Hans Emberdroth, was away at war. Their mother, Liseot Emberdroth, had lost her job as a domestic servant for Franziska Naumann after the Great Depression. This event had caused the worst economic downturn in the history of the industrialized world. Mrs. Naumann's wealth dissipated, and she had no choice but to let go Liseot from her job. Liseot was devastated. She had no other means to provide for her 2 children. Liseot struggled for months to find work. A year after her firing, Hans Emberdroth was killed in World War II. The responsibilities of taking care of 2 young children alone overwhelmed Liseot. She decided to leave them at the front door of the orphanage. After many years of abuse from Miss Schmidt, Hannah and Fynn plotted to run away from the orphanage in search of a new life and to find their mother. At the time, Hannah was 9 years old and Fynn was 10. One night, Hannah and Fynn lay awake as they listened to a conversation between Miss Schmidt and Mr. Wilhelm Keller in the hall outside their bedroom. Miss Schmidt talked about getting rid of Hannah in order to separate her from her brother, Fynn. Miss Schmidt envied how close Hannah was to her brother, so her plan was to sell Hannah, along with some of the infant orphans, through illegal adoptions. Hannah and Fynn quietly slipped out of their cots and tiptoed over to the door, placing their ears.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?